And good afternoon, folks. Warp103 bringing another video. This time here we're doing the Bat Chat chilling. I can't say the bird. I'm just gonna call it the barbecue. I'm not good at sending the French name on this and everything else of that, so I'm just gonna call it the barbecue. This tank was gifted to me by Wargaming because I basically just joined the CC program. So I wanted to do a review on it. Now, don't think my reviews are going to be biased. It's still going to be the same reviews like I always do. Nothing is going to change.
I'm going to have to rain down in a godly fucking firestorm on you.
Okay, now, the long and the short is for that. I played 3 games inside this tank. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the first game, and then I'm going to talk about the challenge. Is it worth it inside of that section there? And then from there, I'm going to give you a final game with this tank. So let's start out with, is this tank any good? Okay, I'm going to first say that this tank is balanced. This tank is one of the most balanced tanks that I've actually seen in a good fair bit. It's not a tank that if you're not good, if you're not okay in the game, don't get it. Don't even make the attempt. Now, let's go into the little bit of stats and everything else of that, because I'm not going to go into the full stats and everything else of that. Okay, damage wise, it does 360 penetration of 190 standard rounds. And then you have your, again, 360 damage, penetration with gold is 240, and your standard high definition 440 with a penetration of 53. Now, the 53 penetration is not really that high, so you're not going to be using HE much inside of this tank. As you can see, my loadout is basically a mix between, you know, more regular ammo and a few other APCRs just for tier 10 battles. Now, this tank is fast, going in a straight line, but if you need to turn, forget about it. You can't turn to save your life. So your e-brake will be your best friend. You will use that e-brake all the time. You will not, it's worse turning than the EBRs in all cases. You know, when they're on they have their foot set for max speed, it turns worse than the EBRs do. So literally, handbrake is going to be your best friend. The tracks, when it goes, only else one tracker stays still and then the other track turn around. So transverse speed of the tracks, no, bad. Gun turns at a fairly good speed and everything else to that, but your bloom and aim time, oof. So meaning when you take that first shot, your aim time to the next shot is actually longer than it is than having the next clip of next shot available to you. It's nearly 3 seconds. I'm actually using coated optics. Can try to get the view range. I'm using, of course, ventilation, and I'm using. Now, I'm not using the gun lane drive. Actually, I'm using the gun lane drive and not the vertical stabilizer. The vertical stabilizer is great for shooting on the move and so that, but you need to get that aim time better. So I'm using the gun lane drive for that reason. Okay, now, like I said, this tank is strictly an assassin. This tank, I would play it as a light tank, not as a medium. If you play it as a medium, you're literally gonna get wrecked. There's no other ways about it. Now, as you can see right here, so I got my first kill, and I'm trying to get over here and spot. Now, I don't have Sixth Sense. Only thing I have on this thing is Brothers in Arms. You know, so if you get it through the marathon and everything else to that, and you get to 50%, of course. Now watch this right guy right here. Doesn't see him here. Ouch! That alpha damage. Juicy. So you have a target that's low health, you come in and you bang them, and you hope that you don't low roll. because if you low roll, well, you're going to be stuck with a 20-second reload. Now the interclip is godlike. 2 seconds is great. I hate interclips where you shoot first shot and then the second shot is like 3 seconds. Oh my god, ones like that are really bad. This one is only at 2 seconds, so it makes life a lot easier. So when you get that first shot off, 2 seconds later, watch, boom. Now you notice when my second shot was available, my gun was still trying to go in like this. So you'll know that your last shot, if you try to get it off real fast, you will not be completely zoomed in for the next shot. Now you notice that I conserve my hit points. You have to conserve your hit points with this, so that if not, you're going to get badly damaged. Waiting so much. Again, 20-second reloads is on the long side and everything else to that. And again, now this is with a brand new crew and it only has belts and arms. Will it get better if you have a screw? If you actually crew with, you already had a Bat Chat and everything else to that, or if you already have a lot of French mediums, you know. So 4 kills, done. First battle down. So we will show you the results in just a second, and on to the marathon. All right, well, you've seen my first battle inside this tank. Technically, it's actually my second. And what do I think about it overall? It's balanced. I mean, it's a pretty balanced tank. Would I buy it outright? If you're a medium tank player, you're probably gonna love this thing. I mean, really is something that you're gonna love. So that if you're a medium tank player, I don't play mediums by default, but I can appreciate it because I'm playing it basically like a light tank. I mean, that's the way I'm gonna play it as. As you can see right here, this thing is basically an apex predator. It stalks you. It's like a panther. All it does is stay in the background and stalk you. And then as soon as you're vulnerable, it comes up and says, "Snide, snide," and then runs away. That's what this tank is good at. You're not frontline anything. You're staying in the back. You're waiting for somebody that's low health so you can burst. That's the reason why I got 4 kills. You want to conserve your hit points as much as possible so you can come back in the end, and like you see at the end, you see me, I was able to take a hit if I needed to, so that, and still dish out the damage that I need. So I actually like it. I mean, you know, I don't usually say that about tanks, and again, this is full disclosure like that, you know. This tank was gifted to me and so that from Wargaming, so this is not me saying, oh, he's a Wargaming shill now and everything else. That no, there's nothing is going to change about it. I'm just showing you that it's a balanced tank. You've seen the guy that was next to me and so that he got, you know, where's the other? Because it was 2 of us. Yeah. Now, is this noob friendly? No. If you're a noob, don't even think about it. It's not going to do you any good. So for the marathon wise and everything else, so that again, you know, if you can make it to 50% off or 60% off in the marathon, snatch it up. Now, again, strictly if you are not at least a semi good player, don't do it. Don't waste your time, because you're going to hate yourself. You're going to be like, okay, well, Warp said that it's a good tank. Yes, it's a good tank, but it's not newbie friendly. Not newbie friendly at all. Because my first battle in this, and I'm going to show you, so you'll know, even though it's a victory, I played it way too passively and was at the bottom. So again, since I didn't have a feel for how the tank was it a medium or was it anything? Once I played my first battle, it's like, okay, play it as a light tank and you can do some things with it. Do not play this as a medium. You're going to get wrecked. I'm just telling you now. Now, I wanted to talk about this challenge for just a second. The grind for this tank here for that is long, hard, but what you're trying to do is get to 50% off So of course that you can buy the tank at basically half price with all the goodies that goes along with it. So basically you're not really going for the tank itself, you're trying to actually get the directives and things that are attached to it, of course, like the rewards that you received and everything else like that, and you're trying to get to 50%. If you get to 50%, I think the tank is worth it at that point. And I'm going to show you a replay right now so that will give you more information about the tank, so that way that you'll be able to get a good feel for it. Is it worth it? Okay, now this is battle number 2. Again, I've already played 3 battles in it. Again, this still my initial impressions of the tank. It might change later on after I've had 10 or 20 or 30 battles in the tank. Again, so don't take this as the gospel. Don't take this as God's gift to know everything. I don't. Okay, as you can see in the straight line, so that it gets up to 70 and everything else, so that it can keep up with the AMXs. So you're not the fastest light tank in the world, but I want you to check out the view range. One shot. Now you see how long it takes to zoom in. That's the thing. Now again, I don't have sixth sense on this tank, so therefore I'm playing it scared. I'm playing it very cautiously and everything else. So that as soon as I shoot, I scoot, because I'm assuming I'm going to be spotted. So getting some spotting damages, and again, you see me using these bushes to my advantage. Now the one thing I didn't talk about is the camo rating. It's juicy. It's very, very good. It's one of the lowest camo ratings that I've seen and everything else today. It's on par with the LT 432 and everything else like that. And I don't have camo skill in this right now. Again, so later on when I get full camo and get full better view range and everything else, I think this tank is going to be even better. But again, this tank takes someone that knows what he's doing. I am not a light tank player. I am not a medium tank player. I say this all the time. So assume that a person that's actually very, very skilled at this will be able to murder people inside with this tank easily, like skill for you and everything else of that. I don't have that skill. So this is just a lay person playing the tank as normal. Now again, using my spotting round, and you just notice every time I turn the turrets to that bloom is just wow. But again, if you use the gun lane drive, you can get your aim time down. You don't have to shoot a lot of gold with this. Now, that may be different when I hit, playing it in the tier 10 battle. Then I assume that you're going to have to shoot gold. I mean, that's just obvious. If you want to be competitive in your tier 10 battle, you're going to have to shoot gold. Now, you see how it's turning it. I mean, then after I got hit by stunned, it turned it worse. You can see the turning radius of this is just god awful. So again, you will be using your power turns all the time. You have to. This is one of those tanks where you have no choice. You will not be saying no. You turn so badly that is ridiculous. Again, this tank is balanced around, you got a good forward speed, but maneuverability you don't have. The gun hits like a truck, but your penetration is not so fabulous that you can say I can just run up and wreck anybody. No, you have to pick your targets. You have to be able to hit these guys on now this one here is just pure luck, pure RNG. Now you notice I'm going in, I'm reloading. I know I got spotted using power turns. Power turns. You will be using the E-brake on this thing if you want to be any good inside of it. If you don't use the E-brake, you're just done. Okay, now this is what I'm talking about. My Alpha should be able to kill him. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. I low rolled. So I'm screwed. Oh, nope, team saved me. Thank you very much, team. That's the thing that you have to think about as well, is if you low roll on a target and you don't have an escape plan, you might get screwed. If I didn't have team to back me up and everything else, that right there definitely would have been an for me for that. Okay, so KV2 again, lucky shot there, aiming fully in, and boom. Again, it can two-shot a target and stuff like that if they're on low health, if they are on max health. So you to be comfortable, you want to have them have less than 700, you know, to give yourself a buffer. Less than 700 health to order, and I'm not going to guarantee, but at least the thing about it that you can be able to kill them. Okay, this is on the move, so you can shoot the move if you're close enough. I mean, technically speaking, I think the gun handling is actually better than the Emil 1951. Just wanted to see how close I need to get it. And again, short distance, you can do this and get the kill. So that's my review of the tank and everything else to that. You're in the post game in just a second, and I'll go into my final detail about this. All right, this is battle number 2. Like I said, I mean, this tank is pure assassination. I mean, that's all you can think about and everything else of that. You see the gameplay, you play it as a light tank and everything else of that, and then you just try to assassinate people. That's what you're good at. You do not try to go in first and do damage like a medium or run around other tanks. This tank here is strictly an assassin. If you can get into a battle where you can get into a position where you can assassinate the tanks, boom, you get damage like this. I showed you the last one, so that how it was. So, I mean, that's all I have to say. This is Warp103 saying warp out, have fun. We'll catch you on the next one. Please hit the like, subscribe button. It'll really help the channel out. Until then, we'll catch you later.